$100 MBA show, and today is a Q&A Weekends episode where we answer your question right here on the show. If you have a question you want to ask, just email us at contact@100mba.net. As always, I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the podcast yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can get all these episodes automatically. Every morning when you wake up, they'll be downloaded right on your phone or any device. That way you never miss a beat when building your business. Today's Q&A weekend question comes from Travis. And Travis asks, I'm swamped with email. How much time do you spend on email a day? Any advice? Boy, oh boy, Travis, you are not alone. So many of us are swamped with email. And I do have some advice. I'll tell you how much time I spend on email, as well as some strategies I use to reduce my email time during the day. If you're just getting started in business, this may not be an issue for you right now. You may not be getting a lot of emails because you're still growing. But trust me, in the near future, this will be an issue for you. So make sure you pump up the volume and listen to this episode because it's really going to help you. All right, guys, let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA show is sponsored by Acuity Scheduling. Acuity Scheduling is one of the most complete scheduling softwares out there. If you're in the service industry, like a business consultant, a web developer, a freelancer, photographer, whatever you're doing, you need a way to communicate with your customers and your schedule so everybody's on the same page. And Acuity Scheduling does it at a really, really great price. But don't take my word for it. Try it for free at acuityscheduling.com. That's ACUITY scheduling.com. So Travis is swamped with email. He's asking, how much time do I spend on email, and do I have any advice with dealing with this situation? So once your business starts taking off a little bit, gets a little bit of traction, you're going to start getting a ton of emails, not only from your customers, but also from other people in your industry, people that want to serve you, service providers. You're going to get emails from other people that do similar things, your competition even. You're going to get emails with anybody you're working with, whether it's a co-founder, other teammates, employees, freelancers. There's going to be a lot of back and forth, making sure everybody's on the same page. So I'm going to give you a few pieces of advice that I implemented, some strategies that I use to help reduce my email time. I used to spend a lot of time on email. When I say a lot, I used to spend about 3 hours a day just doing email. And that was just insane. I got to a point where I was just like, this can't go on. I can't keep doing this. It's just a bad use of my time. In fact, in a few days, we're going to be talking about time and is time really money? Without spoiling that episode, I realized that I need to use my time in a better way. So I took a look at all the different kinds of emails I was getting. What are some of the things I can delegate? What are some things that other people can take care of? You know, you can hire a virtual assistant or somebody to take care of your email for you, especially customer emails. You can get somebody to be customer service, and it doesn't have to cost you a lot, $400 or $500 a month. And if you're thinking, well, that's a lot of money, I'm just getting started, you can go part-time and pay maybe $300 a month. But the real question is that if you didn't spend hours a day on email, can you earn that extra $300 or even more every month? Of course you could. So take a look at what are you actually doing on email and start delegating. This really reduced my email time probably in half because now I was only dealing with any kind of escalated issues. And we're talking about like it needs an executive decision. And those emails are few and far. The second thing I did is we started using an app in our business called Slack. Now, Slack is a great app. It's absolutely free, and it's a great way to communicate with everybody on your team. Now, this includes co-founders, it includes teammates, it includes coworkers, freelancers, anybody that's working with you. And what this does is that it centralizes communication. Often we use email to review things, to have discussions on projects we're working on, to ask questions, to follow up on each other's work. And it can just pile up. With Slack, it's like your own little chat room for your business. You can upload photos, you can upload PDFs, files, you can link to things, and it's a great way just to ask quick questions, check on people, say good morning, things like that. For example, when I finish recording an episode on the $100 MBA show, I upload it to our G Drive, and I got to notify our editor, Carl. So I just use Slack. I say, hey, Carl, this episode's up. just so he knows that he can download it and start editing. He confirms and says, I got it, no problem. And that all happens on Slack rather than email. And Slack is great because it's everywhere you go. It's on your phone, it's on your desktop, it's on your laptop, so it's pretty handy. I highly recommend this. It's kind of hard to explain how well it works and how efficient it is for your business until you actually try it. This is a pure recommendation. Slack is not sponsoring the show. They didn't give me a dime to say this. I just really love this app. It really helped our business. The other thing that I would highly recommend that really helps is dedicating a certain amount of time to email every day. Don't have your email up and open at all times. It's a big waste of time for you to read an email and then close your email and then read it again when you have to reply to it. Only deal with email when you can deal with it, when you actually can reply to those emails, because you're going to be wasting time back and forth doing the same thing. So dedicate a period of time in your day. And I highly recommend you don't do email first thing in the morning. It's a huge time suck when your energy probably is at its best. Everybody's different, but you have the most energy usually at the start of your day after breakfast. And I always dedicate that time for production, producing things, creating products, creating content, and not consumption, reading emails and all that stuff. So you may want to dedicate a block of time every day for email and be very limited. See if you can only dedicate 40 minutes. See if you could do that. I know you're like, wow, I'm spending 3 hours now. How only 40 minutes? Just give it a shot. Do it for a week, 40 minutes every day. And when you're time bound, it's different. You're kind of like on a clock and you're trying your best to get there in 40 minutes. If you don't finish everything in 40 minutes, you're going to have to move on to tomorrow. They're going to have to answer it tomorrow. So you can answer it tomorrow. It's not a huge deal. Deal with the most urgent ones first and then move on. And again, when you apply these other strategies using Slack, delegating the other emails that you don't have to deal with, remember, you don't have to do everything. And then question yourself, do I really have to do this? Can I train somebody on this? Of course you can, pretty much everything. And in fact, recently, Nicole and I decided to promote one of our employees to become a manager. And in her management responsibilities, she's going to have to make decisions, the same decisions I had to make when I was getting escalated tickets or escalated customer service concerns or questions. And I'm empowering this person to make decisions. And that's really what you want to do, because you can train people on your philosophy of decision making. Now you're starting to break away from email in a big way. So dedicate a period of time during the day, dedicate a set amount of time, whether it's 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and just deal with email then. And then close it and don't open it again. You'll find this really, really helpful. Now, to answer your question, how much time do I spend on email now? So I was spending before, I would say when I say about a year and a half ago, 3, maybe even 4 hours a day on email. It was nuts. But now I've got it down to about 40 minutes. And some days it's less. Sometimes it's 30 minutes. So if I'm done, I'm done. But I'm not done yet. I'm going to try to keep reducing it. And really what I want to get to the point where I can only deal with email 1 hour a week. And I'm going to keep refining, and I'll keep reporting back some of these strategies on the show. Guys, I got more on today's topic, but before that, let me give some love to today's sponsor, Acuity Scheduling. If you're running a service-based business, or any kind of business for that matter, you need to check out Acuity Scheduling. It's a great way to schedule everything with everybody you're working with, including your clients. Say, for example, you run a podcast and you have guests on this podcast. Acuity Scheduling allows you to share your calendar with your guests so they can choose a spot when you're free. And therefore, you don't have to go back and forth on email. We'll talk about that today. Figure out the best time to do this in our schedules. Acuity Scheduling is gorgeous and easy to use. In fact, the founder, Gavin, when I got to know him, I learned that he actually started this business to help his mother out. She was running a massage therapist business. And he made it super, super easy so his mom can be able to handle her business and her clients and her schedule all in one tool. Guys, don't take my word for it. Actually, take my word for it. It's a great, great tool. But if you want to give it a try, you have no risk. Try Acuity Scheduling for free over at acuityscheduling.com. That's ACUITY scheduling.com. So Travis, I hope some of the strategies I gave you today about reducing your email time will help you. Dedicate a week for implementing each strategy. The delegation strategy, the Slack strategy, and then finally, when you're left with a lot less emails, dedicating only a set amount of time every day to open your email and deal with email. See it as a challenge, as a game. Try to reduce your email time. I'm trying to do it, and I'm trying to reduce it even further. The last piece of advice I want to give Travis is that the nature of email means you don't have to deal with every single email immediately. Not everything is created equal when it comes to email. Some emails are more important than others. Learn to triage. Triage is a term they use in the ER, the emergency room. Learn how to deal with the most immediate issue that you need to deal with, the most urgent issue first, and then move on. So if you don't reply to somebody's email and a day or two goes by, and it's not urgent, it's not a huge deal. It won't break your business. Some emails are just more important than others. And again, your time is important. And you want to stay disciplined in keeping within the time for email. All right, Travis, thank you so much for asking today's question at Q&A Weekends. And thanks, Mandy, who asked yesterday's question as well. Guys, if you love listening to the show, if you learned anything on the $100 MBA show, the best way to support us is to give us an iTunes rating and review. It takes 2 minutes, and everybody who leaves us an iTunes rating and review enters our weekly random draw to win a free lifetime membership to the $100 MBA Training and Community. Every Friday, we give away a free ride. All right, guys, before I go, I want to leave you with this. One of the biggest challenges of being a business owner, of being an entrepreneur, is having the discipline to manage your time properly. A big part of being a great entrepreneur is just having willpower and having a lot of self-control and telling yourself that I'm going to follow the system, I'm going to follow the strategy, regardless of how much I don't want to because I want to read more emails, I want to deal with it. Stay the course, stay strong. At the end of the day, great entrepreneurs look at the long-term benefits of the actions they do today. All right, guys, I'll check you in tomorrow's episode. I'll see you then. Take care.